As weather forecasters predicted this morning around 5 o'clock, we had a lake effect band move into the city of Buffalo. We were out pre-salting at 3 a.m. in the morning to get prepared for that. That lake effect band shifted south and then shifted again through the city. We're looking at another band of snow to come through the area later today.
How does the timing of that affect how you dispatch people and generally deal with this situation?
Well, again, with the forecast that we got from the weather forecasters, we put crews on early to pre-salt and get ready for the lake effect to come in. We wanted material on the roadway before it actually started snowing, so that helps. As you know, morning commutes are always affected if you have a lake effect band at that time. That's why you want that material on the roadway early. And this afternoon, we were looking at that band to move back to which it did. It's going to set up just north of the city right now. But when that cold front moves in around rush hour, we're looking at more snow coming in. So the timing is just to get the crews ahead of the snow, ahead of the rush hour, and get material on the roadway.
You've also got a couple of fairly sizable events. You've got car shows down at the expansion center. You've got safety teams, some other events. Does that affect how you dispatch or send people out?
Yeah, we always pay a lot of attention to all events in the city of Buffalo. We put extra crews on, and with an event like today or the weather like today, we put even more crews on, and so we get ourselves prepared and we're ready for it.
Can you give us a breakdown of what you got in your inventory as far as snow?
Well, typically an event like this, we use 30 plus pieces on the road. We'll use 2 or 3 or 4 pieces downtown when needed, and we can elevate that to any number that we really need to, as far as high as 40 if needed, and we can call crews in. So we're right now we're at 30 plus on the roadway.
What's the timeline for, if we're looking at something less than 6 inches, typically how long will it take you from the time you start falling to get it clear?
That's actually a good question. It all depends on a lot of factors, though. It depends on the weather, as far as wind, how cold it is out, how much your snow is going to continue over a long period of time, whether it's 6 inches where you get the snow real fast, like the lake effect you tend to get. So usually it's a 24-hour period. We're looking to clear all our roadways based on parking movements and stuff like that. But this event, you're going to have a little bit of wind this afternoon when that cold front moves through, so that does complicate that, may extend that a little bit.
Are you anticipating, therefore, longer than 24 hours to go to get these streets back to where they were?
Correct, and as we deal with parking movements and things like that, we deal with those. So we're anticipating this a little bit longer than that. But again, with the cold temperatures we're expecting, the extreme cold temperatures, you can't melt that kind of snow with that kind of temperature. So what you do is you have to wait till the parking shifts and get access to some of our side streets.
We haven't had that snow in a while here. How important is it for people to know about alternate parking, where their car needs to be, because that ties you up if they're not paying attention?
Yeah, it's very important. And Buffalo residents do cooperate with us. Is just follow your parking restrictions on your street. That is very helpful, especially on those narrow roadways when we're trying to get access to those. We've actually been in the residential since 8 this morning. We're able to move in quickly, and we want to continue that. But follow your parking restrictions is a very good point.
Does it change anything that this is a Friday and parking will change a lot on the weekend, more people coming downtown at different spots than the normal workday?
Actually, Friday and weekends make it a little tougher because when you have people home, sometimes in those residentials on the weekend, it does clog up those streets a little bit. But that's when we use our high-lifts to work to get around those cars.
I know there's really not a specific way of knowing, but was that couple-hour stretch this morning the worst we've had this season?
It was pretty bad. I don't know if it was quite the worst, but it was pretty bad. It was, but again, it was well predicted. Kudos to the forecasters. It was well predicted, but it was pretty bad for a period of time.
We're expecting to see some of the coldest temperatures so far this season with the wind chill. Any extra precautions for the crews going out there? Anything special that they're doing?
Well, the men and women in the streets department, they're very familiar with these type of temperatures. My biggest concern is that the residents and folks prepare themselves. They dress accordingly, understand that you're going to be dealing with some bitter cold temperatures, and pay attention to that.
How's the wind going to make it, wind coupled with the snow going to make it difficult for crews that are going to be out there this evening?
Well, the wind will always complicate that because you can have your snowfall could cease and the wind could cover over areas when it just looks like a plow hasn't gone down because the wind pulls it right back on there. That's why it's important to have that material, but the wind will always complicate your plowing.
Anything else? What's the biggest challenge going to be as we go into the evening hour? What do you have to say to the people to make things a lot easier for everyone?
Well, the biggest challenge is going to be commute time. If the second or the third front moves in during commute time, the volume of traffic on the road will be a challenge. But that's again why you pre-salt. That's again why you start early and you prepare for those, and that's what the crews are doing now.
Is the city encouraging businesses to stagger go home time or anything? Or?
Not at this point. No, I wouldn't. Not at this point.
How many people are you going to have on the road? They've already stated. How many trucks are going to be on?
We'll have 50 plus or 30 plus trucks of ours on the road. Again, we can add to that when needed. What we do is we try to go on 12-hour shifts in order to keep maximum fresh crews on the roadway, and that's a standard throughout the business.
Thanks, everybody. We'll provide updates throughout the afternoon and evening.
Thank you.